What's good, people? Yep, I'm back for another video. I'm actually proud of myself, just continuing to keep the ball rolling. But it's a lot going on today. We got a lot going on. We're going to continue to build on the getting to know self theme here, diving deeper into shadow work because you can hear the term shadow work and people wonder, what is shadow work? How you do shadow work? Well, shadow work isn't a thing per se. It's just something that you're committing yourself to doing, uncovering the ugly, diving into the deep. But you have to get to know who you are first. A lot of people are familiar with their sun signs. You got your starting three, that's what I call them, sun, moon, rising, your birth chart. Everyone is familiar with the astrological aspect of their being, but not so much as the numerical aspect. We have numerology. We have a numerical makeup. The same as you have your sun sign, your rising, your moon sign, etc. You have 5 core numbers in numerology that help you navigate all of this, help you understand your being. And when you're dealing with shadow work, some of the issues won't be as foreign if you know who you are to begin with. And not to say concrete evidence, because I believe that we are forever changing. So you'll be always learning about yourself on a daily basis. But anyway, we got a lot going on. I'm going to do some more crystal knowledge. But what I want to talk about mainly is numerology. I love numerology and the 5 core numbers. I'm not going to talk about them all today. We'll stick with the life path number. We'll go there. I don't know how many people are familiar with life path numbers. As I stated, numerology is the least known profile that people get into when they start looking at themselves. But we can start. Life path numbers. Your life path number is basically, it's the equivalent of your sun sign. So let's say if you're Sagittarius, your life path number would act as the same position as your Sagittarius astrological sign. It's your foundation. It reveals your strengths, weaknesses, creativities, your ambitions. It's like your overall mission of life. That's what your life path number is. And in numerology, the numbers stop at 9. So it's 1 to 9. Everything singles down to 1 digit, unless it's a master number. We'll talk about master numbers later. There are only 3 master numbers, but everything else singles down to 1 digit. So what you do is you take all the numbers in your birth date, every number, the month, the day, and the year, and you single that you add them all up, and you single that number down until you have 1 digit. Whatever you're left with, that's your life path number. As I stated, it can be anything from 1 to 9. Now, if you end up with an 11, 22, or 33, you can stop. You don't have to single those digits down because those will be your master numbers. And the only thing a master number is, because I don't want to complicate anything, you're going to look into this later, I suppose. And the site I like to use is 7thlifepath.com. So that's SEVENTH lifepath.com. You go there and it pretty much fills you in on all of the your numerology makeup. I can barely speak this morning, but it explains life path numbers. There's also a calculator there. You don't have to blow your mind like, how am I going to do these calculations? Because I suck at math. I don't care how many degrees I have. Math just wasn't my forte. But there's a calculator there. So 7thlifepath.com. It'll break it down a little further, but it'll also explain master numbers. So master numbers, 11, 22, 33. If you end up with those as your life path number, the only thing different about that is, I'm not going to say the only because it's a significant difference, they hold the power of their single digit as well as the combined digit, so whatever the sum would be of that combined digit. So they hold the power of two numbers. Like 11 would hold the power of 1 and 2 because 1 plus 1 is 2. Same with 22. Holds the power of 2 and 4. 33 holds the power of 3 and 6 because those numbers you don't have to single down, their master numbers. But yeah, figure it out. Take some time to figure out what your life path number is because that's like your core being, your mission on being here on this earth. What is it for? There's other numbers as well, like 4 more numbers that are important. It's your birthday number, expression number, heart's desire number. We'll talk about that later. We'll probably talk about your destiny number tomorrow. But yeah, look into it. Look into it. Your life path number, it reveals a lot about yourself and it can help you on your journey, as well as crystals. You know how we talked about crystals yesterday and which particular crystals can like expedite you on your journey. Well, that's the same thing with knowing your numerical makeup, especially your life path number. That's like the most important number of them all. Bam! The universe actually speaks in numbers. That's numerology. They say numbers are universal. That's like the universal language. So why not start with your numerical makeup? And this little ugly thing right here, since we're talking about things that can help you along your journey, crystals can as well. This little ugly thing here is called Aragonite. It's ugly, but I love it. I actually have some detailed notes about Aragonite. I have a lot of crystals, so I have to keep up with them. Hold on for a second. Gotcha. Aragonite. I picked them out at night and I kind of did my little setup. The counterpart energies. You know, my tourmaline is here. Keep negative vibes away. I'm going to break all of this down because I'm going to do a spread. A new spread I learned in a few seconds. But Aragonite. This little thing here, it provides strength and support. It mainly helps you with anger and emotional stress. Yeah, this is my favorite because as I say, I'm going through it. It's just like a walking everyday journey. Join the club. That's what this channel is. Join the community. I'm living and learning daily. So this has been of great use to me because it's an emotional crystal like fire opal. Where is it? The one we did the other day. Opal with itself being an emotional stone. If you're an emotional creature like myself, you're going to want to stick with crystals that actually, what I'm going to say, crystals that's their primary duty, is to deal and tackle with emotions. This is anger, any emotional stress. And the good thing about it is it's attuned to earth, it's like an earth goddess. So if you're looking for a grounding stone, then this will be great too. If you're not familiar with grounding, I'll definitely be doing a video about that as well. I feel it in my soul because grounding is so, so important. I promise you. It's like releasing everything that's built up inside of you back to its natural source, earth, to be transmuted into whatever. Get it up out of you. But this is a great grounding stone. It actually correlates to the root chakra. It actually does. I don't know. Let me see. Am I putting this on camera? Doesn't it look a little funky? These little things here look like veins, if you ask me. Which is kind of cool. Like to keep it flowing. Keep the energy flowing. It's good for self-esteem issues, self-confidence. Yeah. Oh, and it also helps alleviate like geopathic stresses. So if you don't know, geopathic stresses are like the Earth's natural current. It flows up, but sometimes you have interference from like pipes, underground sewer lines, stuff like that. Anything that can interfere with the rising of Earth's natural energy current would create something called geopathic stress because it has to go through so much to get to you. So it's already like, yeah, stressful energy. But anyway, this actually helps clear that. And it's called Aragonite. Aragonite. That's Aragonite. Aragonite. I love it. Yeah, that's Aragonite. You gotta love it. Okay, so let's get into some cards. I remember saying on my first video that tarot cards wasn't my... It's not like my major. Oracle cards are my thing. I'm an oracle reader, but I was getting into tarot. Trying to learn a little taromacy. So I came across this beautiful, beautiful, like tarot Bible. It's really the secrets of tarot. And when I say this thing is like universe divinely sent, I promise you it is. Not only is the packaging thebomb.com, and trust me, I've used this before. You can tell by the... I just keep it in because it's so pretty. It comes with a breakdown of the cards, the suites, etc. It comes with a little... Let me show you the book. Let me show you the book real quick. Yeah, it comes with... It comes with a little, you know, table of contents, the history of tarot, etc. Breakdown. I'm not going to, like, do too much of it because you have to purchase it, and this isn't something that I'm sponsored by or anything of that nature. But it's just something that I use, and I'm not doing a review on it at the moment. You can tell I use it because look at the box. It's just something that I use to make learning tarot a bit easier. That's it. But again, it's the secrets of tarot. What I'm about to do is a new spread that I've learned, or whatever. I say or whatever a whole lot. Get used to it. Get with it. Oh, I promise you, I'm the worst at shuffling word. I am. Not even only that, it's just a lot. I don't know if you hear my son's headphones in the background, but if you do, I just told you what that is. Okay. So yeah, this is a 4-card spread that we're about to do. And the whole primary purpose of this spread is to basically gather some energy for the collective on which direction to head in reference to getting to know yourself, your own path, your own journey, etc. It's going to let you know where you are now, where you're moving to, what's your primary need, and what it is that you can actually look forward to on your journey with exposing yourself. So it goes like this. It's simple. I actually learned it last night, actually. First position, then we have the second position. Take a card from the middle of the deck. Then we have the fourth position. Take another card. And we have the third position. I do have 3 other decks that we're about to use. We'll take one from each of my babies, the oracles, and we'll see what they are talking about. Look at the outside. Look at the graphics. I'm like an elementary child. Look at the graphics. So yeah, channeling the energy of the greater collective. You know, see what's going on with this energy out here. There's a lot of negative energy in the air, and I promise you, let me not go there. Shadow work, that's what we all need. But anyway, where I am now, frustrations. Frustrations. With the energy that's running amongst us, frustrations is not, it's not unheard of. It's not like it's Yeah, I'm like, wow. No, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. But what do we need right now to help us move forward? Yeah, positive energy, like more outspokenness. It's the Queen of Wands, you know. Mm, okay, what's the need? Okay, take a step back. Okay, but what's going to be expected? The higher man, the Hierophant. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what I get from this basically is it's like a lot of what I was trying to say, but really couldn't get out. And I said, let me stop. But it's a lot of frustrations going on with the Seven of Pentacles, especially money related. There's a lot of frustrations going on. It could be with job. Yes, it's specifically jobs. If you just want to take a look at the job market and understand what's going on with the societal issues of the world, just look at it. They expected for all of this. We're definitely not going to go there. Stay focused, Dominique. Do 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 do. So, yeah, because I promise you I have a lot of things to say. So I'm kind of trying to streamline this channel to keep it all spiritual related, but there's a lot of outside forces that are inflicting the spiritual makeup, the spiritual being of everyone, the energy around us collectively. It's it has a lot to do with everything. So we'll find a way to infuse that into what we do here, but right now isn't the time. There's a lot of frustrations going on, and what needs to be done is more listen to myself telling me not to speak on it, but we need to be more outspoken. We need to be more aggressive in nature with the Queen of Wands, like more fiery energy, more get to it, let's do it. That's what needs to happen, you know. And in order to accomplish that with the third position on what's being seeked, what the need is a lot of it's undecided energy. You just need to we just need to take a step back and take a look at what's going on around you and see how that's affecting your spiritual being. Because what's going to happen once that is done, that's like the shadow work aspect. But what's going to happen once that is done is that beautiful hierophant energy. And guess what's it's the number 5. We're talking about numerology, and that's going to correlate to this full moon that's coming up on the 23rd. You got the 23rd day. That's 2 plus 3. That's 5. That's more 5 energy there. And the hierophant is the number 5 card, and so there we go. Boom! I'm loving that. I am really loving that. I really am. I am really loving that. I don't know why I didn't bust these down last night and get them out of their box so we could keep roll shaking and rattling. That's what I should have did, but I didn't. Let's go ahead and get these bad boys shuffled. I'm only going to pull one from each deck. That's the plan, but you know how that goes. I'm liking this energy. I'm liking that. I am liking that. It's basically what I'm saying. It's not like it's bad energy. Nothing's really bad when you're looking at information and guidance from the divine. It's helpful, resourceful information. It's like all what you're going to do with it. So either way you want to look at it. This is like, let's put some heat to it and get it done. Let's see what's really going on. What's the real issue? Solve it. Heal. So we can move on to better things. Okay, I'm going to take you. Booyah. Make it do what it do, baby. I had to take a sip of my coffee. And that was my favorite deck, too. That was the Merhipsy Mystic Rebel. So we're going to do some Oracle cards. Just 3 cards. Some more overall energy to see what else we're getting. Merhipsy, one of my favorite decks. That's what that was. Next up is Soul's Journey by James Van Praagh. I love these cards because the colors on them are the bomb. Kind of like these. It's something about the dark, deep blue. It also helps you with your throat chakra energy, too. It's purple, too. Look at that. This one, too. These two. Look. The pink and purplish and blue. Dopeness. Can we say dopeness? And like I said, I do things differently. These were all cleansed and charged whether in their boxes or not. Last night in my space, set up a little small grid. If you don't know what grids are, look into crystal grids. Don't look into crystal grids. Let's just stick where we are right now with shadow work. Getting our numerical profile, could not talk, numerology, life path numbers. Let's stick there. Because remember, there's a lot of frustrations already going on. So we got to just, and we're trying to step back for a minute. So yeah, we're not going to get into grids right now. And then I'm going to use the Oracle of Fairies by Karen K. So yeah. They busting out with the pink though. They're like, we're going to interrupt this whole entire blue theme, purple theme. We're going to interrupt that flow. We're going to interrupt that flow. I'm so glad the divine beings aren't like, we're not going to help you or give you any guidance if you can't shuffle, because I wouldn't get anything. They wouldn't open up anything with me. They'd be like, boo. We need you to shuffle a little bit more, a little bit better. See, they work with me. They the one who got me out here doing these videos. So we're going to go with this one. Yes. Gotcha. What are we working with? What other energy is the divine trying to get out for the greater good? Stand your ground. Yes, stand your ground energy. Stand your ground energy. State who you are. Stand your ground. And look, I love the fact that that's under the Queen of Wands. I really do. I love the fact that stand your ground is under the Queen of Wands, because we were just talking about positive energy, fierceness, outspokenness, all of that. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in an energy of love. So yeah, it can be a little fearful getting to know the parts of you that you try to hide or cover up with superficial everything that's going on now, superficial happiness. Doesn't matter what it is. When you are faced with something tough, people tend to cover it up. They cover it up with excess. It could be shopping. It doesn't have to be any like drug or alcoholic addiction. It could be binge watching hours of Netflix because your mind is going down a tunnel that you aren't ready to deal with. So you waste hours. I'm not saying it's not okay, because everything is good in moderation. But when you constantly do that, you find yourself wasting valuable hours. And instead of facing whatever it is, you are fearful. So you cover it up. You satisfy it with superficial means. But this is telling you to break loose of that. Let that go. Break go. I think I could just created a whole new term. Break go. No, you're testing your own resolve, and it's time to live in the energy of love, because that's what the energy is here with the Hierophant anyway. You know, once you deal with all of this stuff that's going on here, we got, boom, great energy here. So deal with the fear. Go outside. Yeah. Where the stone at? Right here, Aragonite. When I was talking about the grounding stone, how it's important to ground yourself to release all that energy that's been built up inside of you. Send it back to the earth. Send it back to the being that's going to transmute it as it should. Send it back there. In order to do that, you got to go outside. You do. It's time to go outside. Tune in to the powerful peace of nature, wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. I love it. You got to go outside. That's how it, and I like how it's over here. Let me tell y'all something. I don't proclaim to be a perfectionist at any of this. Like I told you, we live and learn, and we moving on all this together. So I'm just doing what I was told to do. I love the fact how this falls under the Nine of Wands. Basically, going outside is going to clear up that energy. Go outside into nature. Connect with nature. I don't care how crazy you think you may look. I love trees. So to go outside and to be amongst nature is going to help you clear out what you need to clear out, so you can start working on what you need to work on. Get outside in nature. For real. Do it alone. Listen to the birds. Stand your ground. Don't listen to what people have to say about any of it, Because you're trying to break through some fears so you can start living in what you need to live in, and that's light and love. You'll start seeing things from a whole new perspective. So that's just what it is. I don't want to make this a long video. I never do. I talk too much. So we started with Aragonite. That's the crystal that we were talking about. It's a great grounding crystal. I love it. Go outside. And while you're outside, get your book, you know what I'm saying? And find out what your life path number is. Take the numbers of your birth date and single them all down to one digit, unless you end up with a master number, 11, 22, or 33. You know, you can do that. Learn more about yourself so you can start freeing yourself so you can break through to the dopeness that you are. Make it do what it do. Until next time, holla at your girl.